I bought this 2015 BMW 328i right around 7 years ago, and I gotta say, it's been a really great car. Very dependable, reliable, right combination of driving fun as well as being super practical. It looks really great as opposed to what we see on the road today with the newest BMW designs. Really don't know what those guys are thinking. During the warranty, didn't have any problems, and even beyond the warranty period, it's been very reliable, dependable. This BMW is just the right age, and you can get it at a great price. For right around $16,000, $15,000, you could get one of these. 7 years old, 8 years old, maybe 70, 80,000 miles on it, and I guarantee that you would be happy with something like this. You got the typical BMW driving characteristics. It is the ultimate driving machine. And I get it, it's not an M car or anything like that, but I'll show you exactly what it's like to drive. It's got good pickup. 0 to 60 is little under 6 seconds. I think a car like this, if it's a daily driver, it'll put a smile on your face. You'll enjoy driving it. And you can put your family in the car. It's just the right size. It's not huge, it's not small. You can fit stuff into it. You can do all the things that you need to do on a day-to-day basis and be really happy with something like this. It's very practical, very reasonable. And most of all, I mean, if you think about $15,000, $16,000, how much car could you really get? And something like this represents really great deal, really great value. And German cars typically get such a bad rap with mechanical problems, expensive repairs, not reliable, really being a big hassle to own and drive and operate. That hasn't been the case with this one. Maybe I got lucky, but this is really an example of a car that you can rely on it. You can take road trips, long distances, you can do short drives in town. You would enjoy driving this on a day-to-day basis. It doesn't have to be like a weekend car that's fancy that you only drive on the weekends. You get really good gas mileage with the car, and it looks good. I mean, look at the dimensions of it, look at the car. It's not the most beautiful car you've ever seen, but it's definitely a lot better than the run-of-the-mill four-door sedans that you see out there. Under the hood of the car, you have a 2-liter inline 4-cylinder engine. Doesn't sound great, but 240 horsepower, 255 pound-feet of torque. And for the size of the car, it's more than enough. For a daily driver, trust me, you're going to have fun driving this. This 2015 BMW 328i cost about $50,000 back when it was brand new. So think about it. You can get the same car today for less than a third of what it cost brand new. And it has just about all the technology you would need. It's got Bluetooth. The iDrive system works pretty well. There's vehicle info checks. You can check tire pressure status, service requirements, oil changes, all that's given to you. You can't compare it to today's car, but it's got plenty. It's got more than enough. You have what you need at your disposal. And the interior is still in great shape. The seats are comfy. Everything's real solid. Not a lot of rattles when you drive. Let me turn it on. The AC works pretty well. You've got dual climate control and multiple zones for airflow. It's got a CD player if for some reason you have a CD that you must insert and listen to it. It has the manual shift mode if you want to use that. It doesn't have the paddle shifters. You have multiple options for drive, sport, comfort, eco, but sport should always be the default, if you know what I mean. And overall, the interior is a really nice place to be. It's comfortable, it's spacious. It does feel like a driver's car when you're seated in the driver's seat. You've got a rear view camera and parking sensors, both front and rear, which is helpful. It's got a sunroof. The wipers are auto sensing as well. Even after all these years, the back seats and the seats in general are in really good shape. The interior is held up really well. It's a little bit tight in the back seat. There's not really that much leg room, but you do have your own air conditioning, and it's reasonably comfortable. It's a good trunk size for a practical daily driver. I think you'll be happy with it. And the seats go down so you can cram even more stuff in there. To fold out the seat, all you have to do is just pull on this latch. Seat goes down. Pretty quick and simple. If your budget is $20,000 or less, I can't imagine driving something better than this. It's such great value for the money. You could get a 335i or 340 with more power, but I don't think you need to do that. I think 328 is more than enough. With the 328i, it hits that sweet spot. You have enough power, you're going to be happy on a daily driving basis, and the price is low enough to where you pay $15,000, $16,000 today to buy something like this. You drive it for a couple of years and you sell it for, I don't know, 12, 13. For a couple $1,000s over a couple of years to drive something like this, it's an amazing value. Or if you want to keep this long term, you can do that as well. Either way, for that amount of money, you'd be hard pressed to find something better.